Making It Minority Success Stories. Inspiring personal stories of struggle, triumph, and success from America's small business community.
I'm Lynette Romero.
And I'm Larry McCormick, and welcome to Making It. We've all heard the saying that it takes a village to raise a child. The idea being that the needs of a growing baby can best be served by the resources of an entire community.
And that same idea can be translated into the business community. All businesses need to be supported and nurtured with a little help from friends.
Florist John Lindsay believed that the climate of a marketplace would provide soil for his shop to flourish, so he opened a location there.
I chose flowers because of the low overhead associated with the industry and with the business. There not being a substantial amount of startup capital needed to get into the business.
Later in the show, we'll hear more from John Lindsay and other business owners who decided to locate within a community, the Mercado La Paloma, or Marketplace of the Dove.
But suppose you choose to be on your own. Can you really afford to stand alone? In Secrets of Success, Jewel Diamond Taylor will explain the necessary elements of a village and why your company needs to stay connected to all of them to develop.
If your business is truly in its infancy, you may want to consider another type of support system, the incubator. The executive director of the Fame Renaissance Center is here to explain how that works, the Reverend Mark Whitlock.
But first, just as necessity is the mother of invention, so is desperation. That's what drove Marlene Myrie to finally attempt to develop her business.
She always loved to cook, mixing foods of her Costa Rican and Jamaican heritage to serve up delicious Caribbean Creole cuisine.
She did a little bit of catering, but it wasn't until she was down to her last few dollars that she truly got serious.
I was approaching my very last unemployment check, and needless to say, I was very worried. And I overheard an announcement on the radio regarding the African marketplace, and I went down there on Sunday and met with the manager, and we discussed it. I told her who I was, what I wanted to do. She liked the idea, invited me to bring a taste test down. I did that.
Those initial steps were not easy. To get that first client, she carried her Caribbean Creole delicacies in a brown Bloomingdale's bag, a secret until now.
Until this day, she doesn't know, she does now, that I brought that sample to her in a Bloomie's bag, the big brown bag. I packaged it as just, you know, what she asked me for is taste test for 3 people, and I got on the bus and I took it there. And I laid it out and I left. I did not wait. I left, and when I went home, she had left a message on the service saying that they loved the food and wanted to talk to me about it.
They wanted her to start in 3 days. Quite a shock to Marlene after reality had sunk in.
I realized, well, you have no equipment. And so I called in an old friend, and he helped me out. And then on Friday, I went down to the Board of Health and got the necessary permit. I was scared stiff because I heard that was difficult, that it was impossible, they were not going to give it to me. But I took a faith leap. I went down there and I told him, I was truthful, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm capable of doing. And he said, here.
Her first day in business, she made only $58. But in her heart, she knew she would make it. That was 8 years ago. Now she sells at 3 different marketplaces a week.
We have Jamaican jerk chicken, we have jambalaya, gumbo, etouffee, crab cakes. On the other hand, we have fried plantains, black beans, yellow rice, rice and peas, Jamaican patties, and on and on and on.
Marlene's cuisine is Caribbean Creole. Her business name is Flava Restaurant and Catering, formerly known as Bag Lady Flava.
Bag Lady Flava evolved because at that particular time, I was thinking about packaging bag lunches to a market at like Century City, Westwood, wherever there are lots of office buildings. And so I was going to do this in brown bags, and that's where the concept came from.
In addition to the sidewalk business, she also juggles a catering business and a restaurant. At the outdoor locations, she maximizes marketing opportunities by handing out flyers and business cards to passersby. The disadvantages? Rain.
Outdoor vending or sidewalk business is a very good way to start your business. if you have the opportunity to do it. Because one thing above other many advantages, the one thing is that it opens a window to the world. Okay, here you are, no one knew who you were before, or that you were good or not good, mediocre, whatever. But now you get people coming from all over.
Handling all those businesses simultaneously is not easy. Marlene says one of the mistakes that she has learned from being in business is that good staff people are absolutely necessary. In her case, she needs employees to make sure that she has everything she needs while on location.
It's almost maddening because you're talking about two different types of marketing completely. And again, staff support is of the essence. It works well, or better I should say, when I have older staff, people who have been with me for a while. The challenges are many. We don't have enough time for me to tell you. You have to love this. Well, you know, I have gone to do a market without two of my most important items. I went to Century City the other day without any jambalaya and without any yellow rice. How am I going to operate this way? These things happen. You know, you forget things.
Anyone interested in starting a sidewalk business, Marlene says, should be prepared to put in some long hours.
You must be ready and willing to. The level of commitment and dedication is like unbelievable. I couldn't explain it to you. Most people think that I am crazy for doing what I do, but I enjoy what I do. I would say to a person who has any idea or any thought of starting their business, that outdoor vending is a good place to start at. But when you accept that challenge, be ready to put out. Be ready to work diligently. Be ready to be there, rain or shine.
She's there, rain or shine, for her customers. And because one day a food company could come along calling for a big order.
So I'm thinking, okay, that Kraft is going to come by there one day and say, I love your jerk sauce. Hey, it could happen. I look forward to that.
It could happen.
It sure could. Boy, I'm hungry looking at all that food.
I know, doesn't it make you hungry? Very flavorful story, that. Marlene's favorite saying will come as no surprise to you. Printed on her business cards is a quote by the great Victor Hugo. It reads, "Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come." Now that's food for thought, Lynette.
It sure is. Marlene chose to locate within one type of a community, a farmer's market. In Secrets of Success, motivational speaker Jewel Diamond Taylor explains other components of a community.
Today, let's use a common metaphor to help you develop your business. We've all heard that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I can think of the same thing when it comes to developing your business. It takes a village to develop your business. You can't do it alone. Now, what's in your village of commerce? Let's start at the top. Your investors, the contractors, your vendors, your board of directors and board of advisors, your business associates, your employees, and certainly your customers. Now let's go out into the village. You've got to connect with bankers and the media, television, radio, trade shows. You got to connect with those that are in the government agencies, the religious educational institutions. This is your village. Stay connected. Don't isolate. You can't be successful by yourself. If you want to raise your business, stay connected to the village.
Stay connected. All makes important business sense, as far as I can tell. You can touch base with Jewel, founder of Goal Mind Resources, at area code 323-964-1736.
More Secrets of Success are available to you on videotape in a special offer. Are you interested? Just check out our website at www.makingittv.com.
Okay, up next here on Making It, where can you eat a Yucatan lunch, browse the latest in literature, and pick up some handcrafted jewelry, all under one roof? The answer when we come right back. Stay with us.
Celebrating 13 years as a voice for small business in America, Making It is being brought to you by Sempra Energy, a Fortune 500 energy services company committed to building a diverse supplier base. Hewlett-Packard, HP works for you. Washington Mutual, let Washington Mutual make a fan out of you with their truly free checking that's really free.